Arewa youth vanguards have issued a strong warning to the indigenous people of Biafra, the ญŠ10N, and their royal fathers. This was contained in a statement issued by the BOT chairman of the association, Abubakar Ismail Kankara. Arewa Youth Vanguards noted the incident with regret and was shocked to receive the sad news. Reliable web hosting in Nigeria by domainking.ng. The recent attack on Hausa community that leads to burning of 2 mosques at Nsukka local government's area of Enugu State is unacceptable, and those behind the criminal act must be brought to justice as a matter of urgency. We are aware about the injustice, discrimination, and dehumanization our people faced in southern parts of Nigeria, and this time we come to defend our people with all forces all through. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be responsible for this act because this is coming days after his interview with Dele Momodu. We are calling the leadership of the ญŠ10N, the Enugu state government, and the IPOB to compensate victims of Nsukka attacks, rebuild all bonds and vandalized structures and properties, tender apologies, and promise to protect our people against future happening. Failure to comply with the stated conditions will result your people back home. We are giving the Igbos in the north from 3rd to 24th November 2020 to vacate north honorably. Our decision is final and no room for dialogue until our people get justice as required. Let me remind you something. The Igbos operate business in the north with freedom and ease, but Hausa never enjoyed such in both southeast and south-south. We know the Igbos supply highly sophisticated weapons to the north, as many of them were being arrested by men of the Nigerian police and the army. The Igbos supply highly intoxicated drugs to the north, diverting our children from their cultural orientation. We are saying enough of all this, and we mean what we are saying. Allow our people to buy and build houses of their dream in your state, or else we practice as you do. History will never forgive me if I allow such to happen to our people without me defending the harmless masses of the north, struggling for a means of living in parts of Nigeria. I will also use the last period to warn Nnamdi Kanu not to ever mention North Central from any of his cheap comments again. North is North, and we stand as one family united. IPOB should be totally eliminated by Nigerian government because they are a threat to national peace and unity. For reference to this, we stand to be one, and we pray Nigeria lasts more than her enemies. Okay. Ultimatum, they have to leave. If not, Kasala go bust. According to what he said. Well, just look at cockroaches making noise. Igbo have suffered. Everything someone keeps mentioning the north. Every time someone keeps mentioning the north, which north is he talking about? Is it Kwara, Plateau, Taraba, Benue, Kogi, Niger, Nasarawa, and so on? He should redefine his north. I am afraid anytime somebody sits in their parlor in Kano and decide on matter, he calls that decision as coming from the north. How terrible. Like you have rebuilt all the churches you have destroyed by Fulanis, Abi. Alaji in the north is a mad man in the east. Okay, look at the uncircumcised imbecile opening his mouth to insult the Igbos. Igbos go every day. If we go, you can surrender the oil wells divided among your jobless Alaji who has no hope without oil. Biafra land, you said north is not united, but you divided south in a pieces to rule by Fulani's foreigners and impose governors on us. Nigeria must disintegrate on day, and a whole world will see. Okay, to disintegrate one day and the whole world will see it. Oh my goodness, I think nobody will see this statement as hate speech now. These people open their mouth and time they like to issue threats, and no one calls them to order. Let them continue. Nobody will see their wicked comments to the Igbo, but if an Igbo man that posts or says this Nigeria of all tribes will be burning to fight Igbos. I am ashamed of what Igbos are doing in the north and west, building factories and businesses. Still, in east, they cannot replicate the same. See, every tribes in this country, Nigeria hates Igbo man. Let Igbo be those that will forfeit their company should cause this country is not working. Okay, because this country is not working. The northerners using um to kill and cause havoc, but nothing happened. Thunder, we see all of you sooner. A jobless Amajiri, an agent to Boko, is talking trash. The cow remains cow even if he's born in London and trained in Saudi Arabia. How many times have you compensated Igbos for killing, maiming, and destroying their source of livelihood in the north? Of course, I just want to react to this last statement. The question is that maybe they care about their people. That's why they are always bragging. They are always shouting when it happens to them. So I think if the Igbos have not been complaining of, they have not compelled them to rebuild whatever they have destroyed, but maybe they love it, just like the way we always talk about the APC and PDP. If APC feels that by the time PDP wins, they will say that democracy is under threat. But I just believe that if you believe that any election that does not go in your favor or it goes in your favor and you don't want to talk about it, good and fine. So if PDP decides to talk about it, they know what they are talking about. So if the Igbos are not complaining about the atrocities being meted on them, and these people, they want to do the same thing, so be it. So that is why people must talk, because if people continue to keep quiet, you don't say anything, of course maybe the Igbos are they feel that nothing will be done at the end of the day. But now they have given threat, issue threat. Let's see what will happen at the end of the day. You know, this whole thing is something else. From what the man said, he said, oh, Nigeria government should eliminate them. And anytime Nnamdi Kanu is speaking, that he should not even make mention of a north central. Meanwhile, the north central, they've told you guys they don't want to be part of you. They want to be on their own. So what are you talking about? They say they are mid-belter, and you are trying to inculcate and force them in your union. But they said they don't want. And this man is saying, oh, north is not. They are not divided. Yeah, very good and fine. Let them continue with that. It's unfortunate that we don't even have we don't know what the president is doing, because the way the president with the way it is, we don't have a president. Because if we have president, all of this thing will not be happening. Just like Nnamdi Kanu said, that if really the Buhari that he used to know, that he would have all these stories, all these crimes here and there, all these problems here and there, he would have done something. But I don't think Nnamdi Kanu is even right in that, with that statement. How did the question is that how did Buhari, how did he govern the country then? Because at the end of the day, people began to see that it was Idi Agbon that was behind the whole thing. So if he could not do much then, I don't know how Nnamdi Kanu is rating Buhari, because with that statement too that Nnamdi Kanu made, he's even rating Buhari high. Do you think he would have done anything differently? I beg you, I don't believe that. But if we really have a president that is up and doing, that knows what he's doing, of course, all of these things wouldn't have been happening. Honestly, it wouldn't have been happening. You see, they are giving. How many people have issued threat? I think somebody, who is that particular person that issued the Arewa, the Arewa group, but this one is a Arewa Vanguard. So they are saying if we don't do this at this particular time, Kasala go bust. So guys, let's say your opinion, leave your comments and let's know your thoughts on this. Thank you.